Good evening and welcome back to FTRL. My name is Unsafe Release, and tonight on the Thursday evening we are having a long night of racing ahead of us with the GT2 guys heading to Goodwood for a short 5-minute qualifying session followed by a 15-lap race afterwards. We head over to Brands Hatch Indy with an 18-lap race, followed by an endurance race of 27 laps on the Grand Prix layout. So for the moment we are just waiting for the qualifying to start. There are some familiar faces you might see here, as there are a couple guys not racing tonight. Let me go through them a little later on. For the moment we just focus on the qualifying session, which is just about to start in a couple seconds. And this will be a very short qualifying, as I mentioned already, 5 minutes around Goodwood on soft tires. So not much time to set a lap time. And yeah. Goodwood, I mean, if you take yesterday's layout, Tokyo Outer, and remove all the barriers and add an extra chicane, you might find it somehow similar to what GT3 expected last night. It's very tight and twisty, not much space, but very wide run-off areas, so if it was for Mikey racing, he wouldn't like it. So just putting up the stream on my phone as well. Leave a comment if you can hear me loud and clear, that would be lovely. Good evening Mikey, Lennon in the chat. Good evening Aaron, Derek, Joker's in the chat, and he's absolutely right. Don't forget to hit the like button, smash it hard, would be very helpful for us. And so here we go, qualifying just started, and let me check out who's currently ahead of all the guys. It's blue flag, so we can go on board with him, as we already struggling on the left-hander here. Yeah, Joker, I'm just putting up the mic volume when Simon is finished with his lap, or he's just slowing down, so Aaron will be first. Let's go on board with him. Navigates around the final chicane. Don't hit the wall, carry as much speed as you can down the straight to start a lap, crosses the start-finish line. And now prepare the car for the first 2 right turns. Very tricky to stay on the inside here, don't get too wide on the exit. And now onto the straight, carry as much speed as you can. Short right kink here. Full throttle, of course, another right kink, maybe lift a little bit, stay on the inside as much as possible, and then hardly braking into turn 4 on the left-hander. Already runs very wide here as he goes up the hill, another hard braking into the right-hander, maybe a gear down, and now carries all the speed down the back straight into the third sector. I'm not too familiar with the names of the corners, so I will put a track map after the qualifying session. Double right-hander, and now fully focused for the chicane. Goes in very hot. Apart from being wide, slab looks quite okay so far. puts himself on provisional pole, just 1.5 tenths. But there's the Dark Knight, half a second ahead of Lennon already, so he's showing some good speed tonight. Also in the practice sessions prior to the race, prior to the qualifying, he was quickest. So very good pace from him, and Lennon 3 tenths up on his best, so purple sector 1, trying to chase down the fastest lap time by Dark Knight. Aaron, yeah, as you can see, 1 tenth behind. In P3, Arsenal P4, Dusty Fossil reserving tonight in P5, ahead of Wolfpack, Homer and Oblivion. Oh, somebody very wide. Hitting the barrier. Yeah, that's basically Goodwood in a nutshell. You either go wide and you become some sort of a lawnmower, or you hit the chicane in the final corner. Nobinoro's very good lap from him, just gets beaten by Homer. Good stuff from both of them, showing decent pace at the moment, but still almost half a second behind the Dark Knight. As Aaron is doing what he can do best, mowing the lawn, trying some rallycross and taking the scenic route. Arsenal for the moment gets some nice tow, as does Lennon, but maybe he gets held up by Dusty Fossil as he's pushing him down the straight. And yeah, if you can see the time running down, already 5 minutes past, so not much time left for the guys to set in a fastest lap. The Dark Knight closely followed by his teammate. Somebody actually able to improve his lap time. For the moment, everyone crosses the start-finish straight. Pack is quite bunched up here. That's it. Dark Knight still in P1. Somebody still on the fastest lap. Royston improved. Oh, there's Oblivion coming around the final turn. Jonesy improved himself. He's up on P11. Odin just beat his lap time, and it's unfortunate for Oblivion. He just run right there on the exit of the final turn. And that's it. Done and dusted. Dark Knight, unbeatable, half a second ahead of the rest of the guys. As we are waiting for the race to start, as I already mentioned, 15 laps. And while this is loading up, let me just get the microphone settings right. Alright, so everybody in the chat, please leave a message if my microphone is now a little bit louder, or if I'm able, or if you're able to hear me better than it was before. Das ist besser, yeah, thanks Joker. Alright, while we are waiting for the race to start, let me just quickly go through the standings. For the moment, team standings, Slick Cut is leading with 6 wins and 368 points, ahead of Team Sneak on 338 points. Yasu Racing is on third, 297 points. Sim Demon, 281 points. Fantay, 270 points, ahead of Team Froops, 239, just 2 points ahead of Toy Bota. And on the driver standings, we have Dark Knight, who's starting from pole. He's also leading in the championship by quite a margin. 211 points ahead of Lennon. 187 points. Then there's also quite a bigger gap to Panda in third, 155 points. Just 4 points ahead of Blue Flag. Homer in fifth. Nobby Norris, Jonesy, Wolfie, Switchback, who can't race tonight. Oblivion. So everything is set. We have a nice grid for the night. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and the races go. Very good start from the Dark Knight ahead of Homer and Nobby Norris, who is having a very good qualifying. Already here side by side with Lennon into the right-hander. So Lennon, yeah, jumped both Wolfpack and Nobby Norris. Now finds himself in P3. Aaron in P5. Nobby Norris, Arsenal, Dusty Fossil, Blue Flag, Royston, Jonesy, Odin and Oblivion. And look at that, Dark Knight already 1.2 seconds ahead of Homer, who's just closely followed by Lennon and Aaron. Aaron maybe trying to get past Lennon here around the outside. Doesn't work too much. Wolfpack finds himself on the inside now as they head into the last sector here. Is on the inside for the double right-hander. A very late braking here by Aaron, but side by side on this very tiny track doesn't work too much, so Aaron finds himself into the grass, now gets compromised on the exit here into the chicane, and Nobby Norris ahead of him. Oh, is that a spinner? Please not. That's unfortunate. Nobby Norris just lost the car here. So already his race in the bin, as Homer also finds himself in the grass. This gives Wolfpack the chance to take the position. Now that Lennon, yeah, basically passed both of them, he's still 2 seconds behind Dark Knight. Will be very hard task for him to catch up, as Dark Knight is just showing very good pace, almost like he is unbeatable. Aaron, after his moment into the grass and this battle with Wolfpack, finds himself back into slipstream, back on this rear bumper, trying to pressurize him. Further down we have a nice battle for P6 forming up here with Blue Flag, Oblivion. Then there's a slightly bigger gap to Dusty Fossil behind. Arsenal rounds up to the top 10. Nobby Norris, showing some very good pace in qualifying. Maybe now, with 13 laps to go, can try to catch up the field, get back into the top 10 positions. And up the front, the Dark Knight already can take out some pressure, maybe 2.5 seconds the gap. Wolfpack trying to get into the slipstream of Lennon ahead of him. Lemon. Some nice lemon juice. Good evening, Biggles. Nice to have you on board. So for the moment this is still the closest battle we have on track so far. Oh, Lennon just hit the barrier on the inside. This also compromised Aaron's exit out of the final chicane, so Homer gets past him. And while all this happened, Wolfpack finds himself in P2 now. And I think there's also Blue flag now. Still ahead of Jonesy. Dusty Fossil in P8. Closely followed by Oblivion. Then comes Arsenal. Lobby Norris 4.5 seconds. Oh, what happened to Wolfpack? He's completely off track. Maybe went a little bit too hot into the right-hander. So Dark Knight leads ahead of Lennon and Aaron back in P3. I still don't know why the music is playing. I completely turned it off. Some annoying. This annoys me. Turned off all the music, but it's still playing for some reason. Interesting. Loving it. But let's focus on the race. Don't bother about it too much. Yeah, blue flag now in P5. Just under 6 tenths behind Homer, catching P4. So he's also showing some good race pace. Let's go on board with him. So fastest lap at the moment, 1:15.2 by Dark Knight. And Blue Flag just 2 tenths down. Personal best in Sector 2. Homer ahead of him, slightly sideways with his car. Struggling to get the power down. Gap is increasing just a little bit. Meanwhile, Dusty Fossil is also catching Blue Flag behind, so he's past Jonesy at some point. Yeah, Jonesy with a 2-second gap now, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. And with the help of the slipstream, purple Sector 1. It's a very tidy lap from the old man with his oxygen mask, providing him some 2 tenths extra speed down the straight. Still purple. Let's see. Oh, Homer into the grass. Very wide. Can he hold the car onto the track? Yeah. That was lucky. And just as I was about to say, go for the fastest lap, he hit the wall on the chicane. And look at that, already loses like 1.5 seconds. And Homer tries to get past around the outside, trying to take advantage from it, but couldn't make the move stick. Luckily, backs out of it. Lives for another day and can prepare a move maybe on the next lap, if he's able to stay behind now that he went off. Some dirty tires, trying to get back into the groove. Nothing changed so far. Up the front, Dark Knight still leading ahead of Lennon and Blue Flag. So further down we have Jonesy in P6, closely followed by Oblivion. Arsenal maybe going for a move here into the right-hander. No, he just stays behind. And as you mentioned, Joker, yeah, he ran wide onto the grass. There he is, Aaron, unfortunately just down to P9, so is Wolfpack. Finds himself in P10, totally missed that for some reason. There's just too much going on at the front. 4.5 seconds. Lennon also very comfortable in a sandwich here between Dark Knight and Blue Flag. Let's see if Blue Flag is able to close the gap. He's now 1.5 seconds ahead of Dusty Fossil after he hit the wall, still closing in the gap again. Homer is slowing down, maybe there was contact somewhere. And then we have a nice battle here for P5 between Oblivion and Arsenal as they keep fighting. Jonesy is closing in. Oh, and Oblivion hit the wall. Arsenal compromised. Maybe Jonesy can now take advantage from it and go for a move on the inside into the double right-hander. Makes the move stick. But still, yeah, he has to lift, so he won't go onto the cross on the left-hand side. Arsenal back in P5. So feisty battle here for P5 as we have just 6 laps to go. Jonesy trying everything to put Arsenal under pressure here, and yeah, maybe was a little bit too eager here, went wide, and that's it. So Arsenal now in the slipstream of Homer, who could take advantage from it. And since this is a clockwise circuit, basically just going right all the time with just one braking zone and going basically just one left-hander here. All the pressure is put down on the left front tire. As you can see, it's quite worn already. Further down, Wolfpack, MP8, Oblivion. Jonesy, after he's had his moment, finds himself under pressure from Nobby Norris now, who's going for a move, backs out of it. Was looking very good to take the position here. Royston in P12 and Odon finds himself in P13. Dark Knight now even increasing his gap to 6.7 seconds, and Blue Flag is closing. He's just 1 second behind now. So with 6 laps to go, will he be able to snatch P2 from Lennon? Also 1 second to Dusty Fossil in P4. Homer still under pressure from Arsenal behind, who's just lost slipstream to him. Aaron trying to close the gap. So I think that's basically the closest we've got so far here is the gap between Homer and Arsenal for P5. Just trying to find out if Blue Flag can catch up on Lennon, as the gap is also increasing again. He has got a very good run here through the chicane up onto the start-finish straight. Short lift, maybe 1 gear down into the double right-hander. Oh, Lennon went very wide there. Still improving his lap time despite the worn tires. So now with the fuel coming down, lap time's getting better and better. Seems also very consistent in my opinion. Yeah, Lennon White with his rear left tire onto the grass. Yeah, I was mentioning the lap times by Blue Flag. Yeah, well, basically just in the 1:15.5, 1:15.6, 1:15.4, 1:15.6. So very consistent around here, and that's why he's putting pressure on Lennon now. Finds himself into the slipstream. Get in there, come on, Sai. Yeah, very tricky here with the dirty air going almost flat into the double right. Just tiny bit of a lift. Half a second now the gap. Can he remain the pressure? Has to lift here, not to go wide onto the grass. Hard braking into the right-hander. Meanwhile, the gap between Blue Flag and Dusty Fossil around about 1.5 seconds, so nothing changing there too much. I was about to say Lennon had a very good run out of the chicane, but Blue Flag, I think, lost a little bit of time. Trying everything here to chase down Lennon. Keeps up the pressure for the moment. Dusty Fossil in P5, Aaron in P6, Wolfpack also in the slipstream in P7, Arsenal, Jonesy in P9, Oblivion, Nobby Norris in P11, Royston and Odon. So we are just about to head into the final lap of the race. Gap is increasing, so despite being under pressure, Lennon keeps his head down, trying to stay ahead as much as he can. Dusty Fossil had a very good lap, closed the gap to P3. Oh, somebody went round. Arsenal struggling to get the power down, and I was just about to say that the gap between Aaron and Wolfpack looked promising, but somehow it increased again. So we just focus on the battle for P2. Oh, Blue Flag onto the curb very sideways, drifting his car around here. And Dark Knight into the final sector, coming towards the chicane, onto the start-finish straight, crosses the line. A very strong performance in qualifying, half a second ahead of P2. Also very good showing here in the race. Lennon in P2, Blue Flag on the podium, slightly ahead of Dusty Fossil. Homer in P5, also a very decent race. Aaron, after he went off, recovers back to P6 ahead of Wolfpack. Arsenal comes home in P8 ahead of Jonesy. Oblivion rounds up the top 10 finishes. ahead of Nobby Norris. Unfortunately, he's just in P11 after he had a very good qualifying. Royston in P12. And the final one to finish, Odon in P13. Is he about to do some burnouts? Yes, he is. No, he's going in reverse. And that's a very stylish finish from Odon. And that's it. First race of the evening, done and dusted. Very strong performance here by the Dark Knight. Pole position, race win, and yeah, as I already mentioned, Lennon P2, Blue Flag P3, Dusty Fossil P4, Homer, Aaron, Wolfpack, Arsenal, Jonesy, Oblivion, Nobby Norris, Royston, and Odon. So. And now we are heading to Brands Hatch, and there's been a little bit of confusing messages prior to the race about tires and the tire rules. I also had to get my head around. I think now we have a sprint race around Brands Hatch Indy, which will be on hard tires only, and afterwards we have the Brands Hatch Grand Prix layout with the endurance race, which will be on 2 sets of soft tires and hard tires only. So you won't be able to use mediums, but you only have 2 sets of soft tires. And I think tires will be set to, tire wear will be set to ×4. So you kind of have to manage your softs and yeah, basically do most of the race on hards, I expect. So now we're just waiting for the lobby to load up. Grid will be set by the race results from the first race. Let me check. Yes, so we have, yeah, Group 4 race, Brands Hatch Indy, grid is set by race 1 result, tire wear will be ×2 and fuel ×3. And luckily Panda also joined the lobby, so he was missing out the first race. Good stuff, he is able to join for at least 2 of 3 races tonight. Let me quickly check if I can turn off the music. I don't want to hear music at all. Okay, it's turned off. Yeah, even though I have turned it off, it's playing music for some reason. Alright. It's just the menu music. Alrighty then, yeah. Put your predictions into the chat now that we know Dark Knight will be starting on pole for this race. Is he also unbeatable around the Indy layout of Brands Hatch? Just waiting for everyone to finish the pee break. Everyone settling in. And everyone will be on hard tires, so not too much grip around here. Alright, so we have 20 people watching the stream, but we are just on 16, now 17 likes, so everyone watching, smash the like button, would be very kind. And you will be forever loved by Aaron's left testicle. So as the race is just about to start, people are getting in some practice laps. Yeah, apart from blue flag, basically everyone is out on track, trying to get a rhythm, trying to get a groove in. And then we have a 24-second warning. And of course, Dark Knight had to get a fastest lap in. Just to show everybody he will be unbeatable tonight. Let's find out in just a couple of seconds. As I already mentioned, put your predictions into the chat. Maybe we get to see some surprise winner. Indy, yeah, being a very short layout here. I guess the pack will be bunched up for quite a while. Lots of carnage, maybe. That's right, Derek. RH is basically, yeah, racing hard or rennen hard. Hard is hard. Soft ist weich. And medium is medium, or I think the game menu will say it's not medium but mittel. Alright, enough of the German lessons. More to come into the Discord. If you want to take some German lessons, hit me up with a private message. Now we focus on second race of the evening, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And race number 2 gets away. Dark Knight was a very good start. Lennon already trying to settle in here for P2. Blue flag, oh, who's white there? I think it's Jonesy. Lennon having a look on the inside. For the moment, very clean. Oh, but Dusty Fossil just struggling here to keep the car straight, and for some reason I don't know what's happening to Odon. He's messaging he's auto driving, so maybe a lobby glitch or something. Not sure if the race will be restarted in that case, or if we just keep going. That's unfortunate for Odon. It quite often happened to me on GT Sport. Whenever there was someone lacking in the lobby and the race was about to start, I yeah, was in auto drive or couldn't even get starting from the line. Oh, who's white? Blue flag? Is the blue? Yes, blue flag. Completely sideways onto the grass. Couldn't help himself, but yeah, that's the restart. Okay. Aaron typing restart, blue flag typing restart, so I just don't know what happened there with Odon. Everyone back out, please. As Dark Knight gets a nice love tap from Lennon here. Wolfpack didn't get the message. He's just going for it. 18 laps on his own. Let's see when he will get the message. Come on. And Nobinora's taking the scenic route. All right. So I don't know if there will be a lobby restart. What's happening now? Come on. Yeah. Complete lobby restart. All right. Just I will message Aaron if I'm supposed to restart as well. Let's go onto Discord. Okay, I'm not restarting. Thank you, Mikey. While we are waiting for the lobby to restart, let's go on a spending spree. I have 15.6 million credits. Please leave a message in the chat which car I should buy. Let's go, Brand Central. I don't have too many cars yet. Yeah, I'm still trying to get some money in, but let's go for Europe. Yeah, Samba bus, okay. I think I don't have the Samba bus yet. Let's go. Isn't it from Volkswagen? Am I stupid? Okay, lobby is open again, but quickly. Bugatti Chiron, yeah, I will buy the Bugatti Chiron. Why not? 3 million. Let's buy it. Why not? Ah, okay, it's a legendary section. Ah, okay. But I think I went to the legendary section just 1 hour ago and it wasn't showing, so I still have to wait for that, I guess. Alright, lobby is open, so we just spent 3 million credits on a Bugatti and now heading back into the lobby. And hopefully it will let me connect quickly because like prior to the race it was like taking hours to connect and showing me PSN error messages for some reason. Connecting. Also, if you would like to ask me anything, yeah, leave a message in the chat. Could be anything. If it's related to football, I can't answer. Unfortunately, I'm not too good in that topic. Oh, it's taking ages. Why? Come on. Let me get in there. That's what she said. It's working. Good stuff. So thank you for waiting. Sorry for the delay. Now I hope everything is working perfectly, and Odon is also in the lobby. Hopefully he won't have the same issues like a couple minutes ago when he was on auto drive. So as I already mentioned, we have Brands Hatch Indy coming up with hard tires only. Tire wear will be ×2, fuel ×3. Let's go for another try. Three, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. So again, a very good getaway from Dark Knight. Oh, Lennon already side by side here. He had quite a better start. Tries to make the move around the outside. Heading into the hairpin. Blue flag maybe also trying to sneak his way through. Oh, slightly contact here between Dark Knight and Lennon, which compromises his run down to the left-hander. Finds himself in P3 now. So very good start from Lennon, but trying to make the move stick. Put Blue Flag in a good position here for P2. Dusty Fossil in P4. Homer, Aaron, Wolfpack, Arsenal, Jonesy, Nobby Norris, Oblivion, Royston. Panda, who's just joined the lobby. Royston, Odon. Seems like he's not in auto drive this time around. And Nobby Norris already had a moment here. Rounds off the field. 3.6 seconds now behind P13. And now we are trying to find out. Who was that? I think Dusty Fossil into the gravel trap. And now we're trying to find out if Dark Knight can show some good and decent pace again. So I still don't know why the music is still playing, so turned it off, everything turned off, but yeah, for some reason we have to cope with engine sounds and music. Alright, Lennon now under pressure from Aaron. And Wolfpack under pressure from Jonesy behind. And there's a battle for P8 here, Oblivion, Arsenal and Panda. So Team Yazoo. Yeah, Arsenal finds himself in a Team Yazoo sandwich here. Oblivion struggling to get the power down, finds himself sideways out of the final turn. So bear with me, I don't know any of the corner names apart from the hairpin, which I might pronounce incorrect, but I think it's pronounced Druids Bend. Shame on me if I'm wrong. Panda very wide on the gravel trap here. Dusty Fossil trying to take the position, but Panda on the grass, side by side, heading into the left and right-hander chicane. So very good effort here from Dusty Fossil, takes the position. And yeah, Dark Knight leading by almost a second now, ahead of Blue Flag. Aaron and Lennon here fighting for P3. Aaron takes the place from Lennon. And further down we have Homer and Wolfpack, Oblivion, Arsenal fighting here for P7. Druids, yeah. Basically the right-hander hairpin up the hill. I'll stick with that. Alright, Team Troops still trying to figure out who's the quickest of them. Trying everything to keep Panda at bay. Dusty Fossil on the inside here, down the hill on the right-hander, could make the move stick. Has to settle for P11. Gap is increasing at the front. Blue Flag can't put any pressure on the leader. Meanwhile, Aaron just under half a second ahead of Lennon, who's under pressure from Homer, and Wolfpack behind. Yeah, Paddock Hill Band, I remember that one. But that's basically all I know about this track. Oh, Homer very wide. This gives Wolfpack the chance. Oh, there was contact. But Homer was already very wide onto the gravel trap. Wolfpack couldn't avoid him. This gives Oblivion the chance to close the gap. He finds himself in P6 now. Homer and Arsenal, there's a good battle here for P7. Very feisty. Oh, Arsenal on the inside, no, backs out of it. Homer onto the gravel. And he gets reset. Oh, that's very unlucky. I mean, you lose time going wide, you find yourself in the gravel on the outside of the right-hander, and then you will get reset like 500 meters from the corner, and additionally you get half a second penalty. So thank you Polyphony for that. So Aaron's showing some decent pace here. Can stay ahead of Lennon for the moment. Increases the gap just slightly. And Arsenal still under pressure from the two group cars. Dusty Fossil has a very good run down the hill, up the hill, into the right-hander hairpin. Closely followed by his teammate Jonesy. For the moment, he didn't suffer from any disconnects, which normally happens quite often. And I think, yeah, if they are in a party, they need to communicate a little bit better. Who's having the faster pace at the moment? Because, yeah, as they keep fighting, Arsenal ahead can increase the gap and run away from them. Oh, very twitchy here by Arsenal onto the AstroTurf. At the front, nothing changed so far. The gap 1.8 seconds to Blue Flag. And Aaron still battling with Lennon for P3, the final spot on the podium. 9 laps to go. Yeah, I think Aaron pretty much likes Brands Hatch. Whenever we came here, whenever we had a race here, he's showing some good and decent pace. Now side by side here with Lennon up the hill into the hairpin. Lennon makes the move stick, so very good stuff. No, but Aaron's still on the inside, which gives him the advantage for the left-hander here. It's a very great battling between the two. Let's go on board with Wolfpack, who is having a nice view on the guys ahead of him. Now Lennon finds himself side by side here with Aaron on the inside for the right-hander. Makes the move stick. Aaron gives him a little bit of a love tap from behind as they head into the right-hander. Very late braking from Lennon, goes very wide. So Aaron back in P3. Struggling to get the power down, a little bit sideways, sliding all over the place. And as they keep fighting, Wolfpack behind is closing the gap as well. So he's just half a second behind. And we also have, I think, was there a... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jonesy. What the F? Alright, let's keep focusing on battle for P3. Yeah, there was 50 pennies in the gravel. But despite that, yeah, Jock was right. Oh, great. Oh, Aaron also sideways. He's trying everything to stay ahead of Lennon. Lennon puts a lot of pressure on him. Let's see if he can keep it up for the next 7 laps, or 6 laps basically. And yeah, Blue Flag showing very good pace. He's round about 2 seconds behind Dark Knight, leading the race, but while there's a battle for P3, Lennon can ease off a little bit. Blue Flag can ease off a little bit. Focus on his own race. Doesn't have to worry much about the guys behind. Panda and P6 ahead of Arsenal, who's carrying half a second penalty. Arsenal, for some reason, maybe he went wide or cut the corner at some point. Dusty Fossil in P8, Oblivion P9, Jonesy in P10, Odon in P11 ahead of Homer, Nobby Norris and Royston. And this keeps going on forever here. Aaron on the inside, closes the door. Yeah, good point in the chat. Lennon might not get another good chance like that before, but yeah, we're still 2 laps, know, 3 laps away from the race to finish, but yeah, it's a very narrow track, very tight and twisty. Apart from the next right-hander, you don't have too many chances to make a move, and yeah, to make it stick, you have to be very close to the guy ahead of him. And yeah, for the moment the gap is still 3.5, 4 tenths. And Wolfpack behind lost a little bit of time. 1.5 seconds the gap is now. Lennon has a very good exit on the right-hander here. Going back to start-finish straight. And this is the final lap. Oh, Lennon very late on the brakes. Touches the rear of Aaron ahead of him. And since this is the final lap of the race, we have Dark Knight heading towards the final right-hander onto the start-finish straight. Any late moves here? No, not for the moment, but Aaron sideways as they head towards the finish line. Dark Knight wins the race ahead of Blue Flag, but Lennon and Aaron side by side onto the start-finish straight. Yeah, Lennon takes the position. I'm not too sure if Aaron was slowing down. It seemed like he was, yeah, lifting a little bit, or if his exit out of the right-hander compromised his speed onto the straight. Panda finishes in P6 behind Wolfpack. Arsenal, Jonesy, Dusty Fossil behind his teammate in P9. Homer in P10. Odon, Oblivion. Norris weaving and finishing the race in style, just ahead of Royston. And that's the sprint race done and dusted. Now we are heading to the Grand Prix layout. And yeah, race 2, win number 2 for the Dark Knight. So I'm not too sure what happened there between Lennon and Aaron. If there was maybe contact, if Aaron just had a very bad exit out of the final corner, so he couldn't carry all the speed down to the start-finish straight. It seemed like he was slowing down a little bit to give the position to Lennon. We'll find out later in the Discord. And now we're just waiting for the big race. I already mentioned there was a little bit of confusion in the chat about tires, but for the moment it seems like we have 1 set of hards and 2 sets of softs you can use. No mediums available. And I think, yeah, 27 laps around Brands Hatch Grand Prix. Long race ahead of us. Again, very tight and narrow track. No room for any error, or you will find yourself in the gravel trap, onto the grass, lowing them on, or mowing the lawn. Lowing the lawn. Interesting. Gotta love the memes coming up. Alright. Let's wait a little bit until the track is loading up. And now for the rules, I think Yes, so we will have a full reversed grid for this race. Which means Royston will start on pole position. And Jonesy with the message in the chat, as I already mentioned, you have 2 sets of softs and hards. As much as you like, no mediums. So let's see how the race is, or the strategy is working out. I think most of the guys will go for mediums as much or as long as needed and then switch onto softs for the dying stages of the race with low fuel. Also, fuel and tire wear is increased now by ×4 for tire wear and fuel depletion. Let me quickly just get rid of the music. What is wrong with my settings here? It's off. Why was it turned on? I don't know. I don't want to have music during a race. Alright, should be working now. Let's hope. We just hear engine sounds. That's the only sound I want to hear tonight. That's actually a good idea. Google Brands Hatch Grand Prix images. There it is. Now I have all the corner names. Now I just need to pronounce them correctly. Yeah, shouldn't be too hard. Brabham Strait, Paddock Hill Bend, Pilgrim Rise, Druids, Graham Hill Bend, Cooper Strait, Surtees, Pilgrim's Drop, Hawthorne Hill, Hawthorns, Derrick Minto Strait, Westfield, Dingledale, Dingledale Corner, Stirlings, Clearways, and Clark Curve. Yeah. Jonesy is having a wee. Just waiting for his return so we can have some ultimate racing around this beautiful track. I kind of love Brands Hatch, to be honest, especially in Group 4 cars. But now that we have GT2 boys in the Group 3s, let's find out how they cope with that. For the moment, Dark Knight, as ever, setting the pace in the practice. Good evening, SBY. Lovely to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well so far. Jonesy just empty his bladder. Oh, Aaron in a Corvette. Seems like he doesn't like Royston, or he doesn't like Fanta, whatever. Alright, here we go. Very lovely camera angle. Ah yeah, we have a rolling start, that's why. So that's Royston on pole, ahead of Nobby Norris, Oblivion, Odon, Homer, Dusty Fossil, Jonesy, Arsenal, Panda, Wolfpack, Aaron in P11, ahead of Lennon, Blue Flag, and Dark Knight in P14. And off we go. Brands Hatch Grand Prix, 27 laps of madness around this tight and narrow layout. Royston leads the pack. And as we go through the field, there's already Lennon and Aaron going for it here into Druids. And I think Jonesy went wide on the exit. Oh, Dark Knight with a very opportunistic move here. Contact between Dark Knight and Blue Flag. Something must have happened to Panda and Wolfpack. Down in P13 and 14. Meanwhile, Royston still leading the pack. Ahead of Nobby Norris, who's at a very good pace around Goodwood. Couldn't make it stick there with his end result. Odon and Homer trying to get past the very quick and super fast Beetle driven by Oblivion. Dusty Fossil in P6 in the Audi ahead of his teammate, who's just gets an overtake here by Lennon. Makes the move stick on the inside. Oh, and I think, yeah, Oblivion went wide. That's very unfortunate here. Already in one of the worst cars. And already down in P11 and P13 respectively. But at the front we have a battle here for the lead. Royston just under 4 tenths ahead of Nobby Norris, who somehow, on a straight, keeps his car onto the grass. Odon behind in P3, closely followed by Homer. Lennon now is at a very good start. He's already in P5, so he's also on softs. Let me just quickly check who's on which tire. Yeah, so basically top 5 on softs. Dark Knight is on softs. Aaron, Dusty Fossil for the moment. One of the few guys who's starting on hards with his teammate. Arsenal on hards. Panda on softs. Blue Flag on hards. Oblivion on hards and Wolfpack on softs. Yeah, so now Nobby Norris somehow lost 2 seconds to the leader. Under pressure from Odon, trying to make a move around the outside. No, he backs out of it. This gives oh, Nobby Norris! No, that's unfortunate. And off he goes. Was just about to say Homer closing the gap on him, but now, yeah, he's totally lost it. Odon in P2, Homer, Lennon. He's very quick here. It's very impressive stuff, so I think he started around P12, I think. P11 or P12, already in P3 on a podium spot. Gets passed on the inside. Homer, just a sitting duck here. But on the straight, trying to get back on him, finds himself around the outside. But Lennon made the move stick now. He's just running close to his teammate, and there will be, yeah, if they are in a party, I just know what's going on now. Odon about to give way as quickly as possible, so he can close the gap to the leader. Dark Knight in P5, so he's still not out of contention here for the win. Also followed here by Aaron, who's very sideways. So basically, the race winner Dark Knight from race 1 and 2 tonight finds himself in P5, putting pressure down on P4 ahead of him, closely followed by Aaron. Oh, backs out of it luckily. Almost made contact here. Odon struggling. So is Dark Knight. Gets overtaken here by Aaron on the inside. As they are heading towards Westfield. Down the hill into Dingle Corner. Lovely. Oh, Aaron very wide onto the grass. Gives Dark Knight a very good chance to go for the inside here around Clark. They're still side by side, but Aaron for the moment can hold the position, and Lennon now just 1.6, 1.5 seconds behind the leader, closing the gap. Homer in P3, carrying Odon, Aaron and Dark Knight with him. Further down we have Blue Flag in the Beetle, Panda and the Beetle in P7. Blue Flag P8, Dusty Fossil in P9. Oblivion in P10. Wolfpack, Jonesy, Arsenal and Nobby Norris. Arsenal for some reason carries a 1.1 second penalty with him. And Lennon already chasing the leader. Finds himself in the slipstream of Royston. Royston under pressure. Feels the heat of Lennon's car closing in. And now let's have a look. Is Lennon going for a move into Clark? No. Somehow or somewhere Dark Knight managed to get past Odon and Aaron for some reason. I think, yeah, he must have made a mistake somewhere. Maybe he went wide, that's why he's down to P7. And Lennon just took the lead off Royston. So after 6 laps, despite being further down the field at the start, it just took him 6 laps to go for the lead of the race. And now, with just 22 laps to go, still a long way, but somehow now can settle himself, keep his head down, maybe manage fuel and tires a bit. Since Dark Knight, of course, showing some good pace tonight. Will he be able to go for a 3rd win in a row? Still not able to get past Homer, but now Homer got himself a half a second penalty. So Dark Knight will get past him in no time. Odon in P5. Let's see if Panda is able to close the gap quickly. It's 1.2 seconds now. Aaron 7 seconds. So not too sure what happened to him, but also if you look at his tires, they are completely done, especially front left. And fuel-wise, the Corvette is very hungry when it comes down to fuel. If you compare it to Panda, who is slightly over half a tank. So is Odon, Dark Knight, just a tiny bit. And Lennon, in the Mazda, in the Lexus. I think, he carries the most fuel out of the top 5. Yeah, looks very decent. Now Homer has to serve his penalty. This means Dark Knight can try to go for an overtake around the outside, maybe into Clark. Could make the move stick, but carries a lot of speed now. Finds himself in the slipstream of Homer. Maybe go for an inside here, yeah. And that's a very lovely move here. Dark Knight, Homer still not getting up on the... almost into the gravel. And Blue Flag already pitting. He's been on hards just after 7 laps, trying to get rid of those, maybe switching to softs now. Seems like a very off strategy. He's on softs, yeah. But remember, we only have 2 sets of softs available tonight for the guys, so let's see if they can do like 1 short stint on hards and 2 longer stints on the soft tires. But if you keep an eye on the softs from Lennon, especially after 8 laps, front left pretty much done, providing not too much grip, and it seems like Lennon can't increase the gap on Royston. It's still around about 2.2 seconds now even. And Royston is also doing a very good job to keep the guys at bay. Now Dark Knight ever so close with the personal best. Maybe going for a move into Druids. No, he's just showing he's there. Gives him a little bit of a loft tap from behind. Maybe Homer now, despite serving his half a second penalty, still in the slipstream of Dark Knight ahead of him. Oh yeah, Royston a little bit wide on the outside, gives the chance for Dark Knight to have a better run down the straight, and now he's ahead of Homer, and Royston finds himself in P2, and there's just 3 seconds between the leaders now. So let's see if he can keep up the pressure, if he can keep up the good pace. And if you have a look on his tire wear, it's outstanding. I mean, yeah, Lennon coming from behind was very eager, especially the first 5 or 6 laps, going for moves left and right and center. And the tire wear by Dark Knight is, yeah, pretty much non-existent. So the Mercedes AMG loves his tires. Aaron in the pits. He's getting rid of the softs. Let's see how much fuel he's putting in, and if he's going for a double soft stint or if he's switching to hards now. Keep in mind, Blue Flag, he switched to softs, starting on hards. So not too much fuel, maybe 3/4 of a tank, and Aaron on hards now. So he's trying to get rid of them. Finds himself in P11 now. Lennon, oh look at that, gap is coming down, 1.5 seconds now. So Dark Knight in just 1 lap almost made 1.5 seconds up on the leader. And to be fair, Royston is doing a very good job for the moment. Keeps himself in P3, ahead of Homer. Honda 2.8 seconds, but let's keep an eye on the battle for the lead. Odon in the pits from P6. Also getting rid of his worn softs. Yeah, now with Dark Knight keeping in mind with his tire wear, he can maybe go a little longer on the soft stint, so let's say 10, 11, 12 laps. So his stint on the hards will be just around about 4 or 5 laps. Won't lose him too much time. He's also on the fastest lap here, 1:23.4, even improving now, purple sector 1. Absolutely. Pagani in the chat with the facts. Tire wear's insane compared to Lennon. Look at that. Yeah, front left pretty much gone for the bin. And Dark Knight now carries so much speed around the right-hander, left-hander, sorry. Now into Clark. And Lennon into pits. Alright, let's have a look. Is Lennon going for another stint on softs? Trying to make an undercut maybe on Dark Knight. Carries not too much fuel, and Lennon will go for a short stint on the hards and be on a quicker tire towards the end of the race. Homer made the move on Royston at some point, so he finds himself in P2 now. Royston gets under pressure from Panda behind in the Beetle. Oh, what happened to Homer? Went wide maybe onto the grass and finds himself in the barrier on the left-hand side of the straight. Royston in P2, Panda behind, closing the gap. And after his pit stop, Lennon finds himself in P5 on hards with just half a tank of fuel. So very short stint, of course, maybe just 5 or 6 laps even. And then quickly back up to the softs. And let's see, Dark Knight carries on, so he will extend his soft stint until, maybe until his tank is completely empty. So Panda in the pits now from P3. Couldn't make the move on Royston. Trying to undercut now. Royston still on softs, pretty much worn tires. Needs to pit ASAP. And for some reason Jordan left the lobby. That's unfortunate. Further down we have Nobby Norris in P13, who's on fresh hards and 3/4 of a tank. Jonesy in the Audi in P12, behind Aaron, who's on hards, also filled up his tank. I think he wasn't he pitting? Yeah, lap 9 it must have been. Dusty Fossil in P10, Oblivion in P9, Blue Flag in P8, behind Panda, who's in P7, Odon in P6, on fresh softs. Seems very strange. Odon on fresh softs or fresher softs compared to his rivals around him. But did he actually forgot to put fuel in the car? I'm not too sure about that. It seems like he went for fresh tires in lap 10, but there's not much fuel left in the car, so might have forgot to get in some fuel, Alright, so Lennon now on hards in P4. Homer carries on, Royston carried on, and the Dark Knight also now on lap 14. I mean, the pace is still impressive despite his tires almost being very worn, and he's still doing round about 24, 24.3, 24.5, 24, even 23.7 there at lap 11. Just at quite a moment in lap 12. But still a very good pace. And I'm very impressed by Royston for the moment. also showing very decent pace around Brands Edge. Seems to like this layout, and now Dark Knight finally pits. Yeah, he just waited for the tank to be completely empty. So let's see, is he also going for a short stint on hards? Royston pits, Homer pits. Let's see, where's Lennon? Coming down to start-finish straight. Okay, so Lennon now takes the lead because Dark Knight is fueling his car. Still fueling, still. It won't end. Okay. So with basically 13 laps to go, he now carries all the fuel he needs to go to the end of the race, but he is on softs again, so we'll go for a short hard stint on the end. And that will be a very interesting battle then, because Lennon now is getting rid of his hards quite quickly, going for a longer stints on soft tires towards the end of the race. And Dark Knight still needs to change tires for hards. And then all of that, Blue Flag somehow finds himself in P2 for the moment. Round about 10 seconds to the leader and 10 seconds ahead of Dark Knight. But yeah, I guess just 1 or 2 laps, and then he will also find himself for the final pit stop. Sorry. Let me get something to drink. My voice is almost gone. Oh, Oblivion. That's what we've seen yesterday, Tokyo Drift. You can drift in a Beetle, as you can see. Alright, Aaron now under pressure from Jonesy. Oh, Aaron White. Yeah, Jonesy couldn't take advantage from that. Still finds himself in P6. Aaron very struggling here with the Corvette. Can't keep the car straight, can't keep the car on the black stuff. So that's why he's now lost the position to Jonesy, finds himself in P6 now. And Dusty Fossil is closing in, who brings Royston with him, who's just done his pit stop. He's on fresh softs, so about to get a move done on Dusty Fossil ahead of him. Yeah, sorry Derek, unfortunately I don't have any schnapps at home. Odon and Panda for P10, so Panda made the move. Lovely stuff. Further down we have Wolfpack and Nobinaurus 30 seconds behind B12. He's not enjoying Grand Set Grand Prix, that's for sure. But still, shout out for him. He carries on. He doesn't leave the lobby, despite being, yeah, kind of off. So Lennon leads by 8.2 seconds. The gap between him and Blue Flag is coming down just slightly. So despite Blue Flag having basically no grip at all, but he's also very low on fuel, he's able to close the gap. And could be also down to Lennon just maybe saving fuel, saving tires. And now comes into the pit for his final pit stop. And he is into the wall. Come on, Lennon. Can't believe it. You don't want to see it. I can't believe it. Lennon was about to win this race if it wasn't for hitting the wall on pit entry. Now let's see, if he's still able to close the gap then, now being on softs compared to Dark Knight, who still needs to change for hards. But there's not much time left, I mean, basically 10 laps, including this one. And after his pit stop, the gap is 10 seconds. Alright, but both are on softs now. And as we already seen on his first stint, Dark Knight's tire wear is pretty much non-existent. Still going for purple. Lennon now on softs after his pit stop, and he also doesn't carry too much fuel with him, just under half a tank. And with 9 laps to go, or 10 even, I'm not too sure if he can finish the race with that. So from as much as I'm concerned, I think there should be a lot more fuel in this car. But let's see, let's find out. I mean, Royston in P3, 13 seconds behind P2. Yeah, I know that for sure. Batters, flashbacks. You either go wide into the gravel or you hit the pit entry wall. Alright, Royston, still a very decent job from him here. Going for a podium. Is Panda able to close the gap? Personal best for him in P4. On slightly worn soft tires. Followed by Homer in P5, Blue Flag in P6. Odon in P7, Wolfpack, Oblivion, Aaron in P10. Still trying to figure out how to drive this car. Jonesy in P11, Dusty Fossil in P12, and Nobby Norris in P13. And the gap is increasing now between Dark Knight and Lennon. It's 12.6 seconds, so I'm not too sure if Lennon must have made a mistake somewhere. Let's keep an eye on his lap times. Oh, he's very wide. Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you keep your head down, if you keep focusing on the race, if everything seems to work fine and you're doing just your lap times, you're very consistent, and then you have a stupid moment like hitting the pit wall entry, or it just needs like a tiny little error, and after that your focus is gone, your concentration is completely for the bin, and it seems like you forgot how to drive a car. And I think Lennon is kind of experiencing this moment now. So, but let's see if he can keep his head down now, trying to get back into a groove, at least try to snatch away a fastest lap or something like that. Even though there are no points for fastest lap in this division. Oh, Homer and Royston. So at some point Panda got past Royston. Now Royston finds himself under pressure from Homer behind in P5. And Homer brings Blue Flag with him. That's a very I was about to say very opportunistic to go on the inside at Dingle Dell. So this is the closest battle we have on track so far for P4. Royston, Homer and Blue Flag. Heading towards Paddock Hill Bend. Down the quick. Oh, Blue Flag is round. Completely lost it. And meanwhile, Homer just takes the inside into Trude's. A lovely move here by Homer going for P4. It's all happening now. Wolfpack now up to P6, followed by Odon. Yeah, very unfortunate here for Blue Flag, who seem to have a very good race here. There's a battle for P9. Aaron carries a half a second penalty, fights with Oblivion, who's in a speedy Beetle, the fastest car on Gran Turismo. Now maybe Aaron can carry a little more speed down the straight. Yeah. But I think he will just settle for P10 now. Also, now that he knows he's carrying a half a second penalty, it doesn't make any sense to overdrive the car, go for a move where it's not needed, but still, yeah, okay, why not? If there's an opportunity, if there is a gap, you surely go for it, as some wise Brazilian said. But now Aaron has to serve his penalty. Oblivion will get past him, and maybe Jonesy, no, was too far away. Oh, Oblivion, oh, very sideways out of Clark. Now Aaron back in P9, so there's a good scrap going on here. And meanwhile, Oblivion just lost P9. Jonesy trying to get past, but sideways, not straight. Trying, yeah, some different techniques in the Audi. Dusty Fossil in P12 and Nobby Norris in P13. And the gap is now 15 seconds between Dark Knight and Lennon. I mean, yeah, Dark Knight pretty much needs to go for the hard tires. Will he just be on them for like one lap, 2 laps? So, oh, Homer lost the car, finds himself into the barrier. Oh, luckily ghosting us on, yeah. I was about to say Odon almost crashed into him. So now with the dying stages of the race, just 6 laps to go, focus is lost, concentration is gone, maybe it's also down to tire wear, but yeah, having a look at Homer's tire wear, still quite good. But it's still, yeah, it's Brands Hatch, it's a very narrow, tight track, so every error gets punished quite badly. Just a tiny mistake and yeah, you find yourself in the gravel or on the grass. Alright, now Aaron trying to settle himself for P9. Maybe increase the gap to Oblivion, but he's not giving up, that's for sure. Jones behind, also trying to put as much pressure as possible. Jesus, need to get some English lessons afterwards. I'm having a completely brain meltdown here. So after Panda made his move on Royston, the gap also up to 7.3 seconds now. Royston gets chased down by Wolfpack behind, who's had a, yeah, somehow a quiet race. Didn't see too much of him. Oh, yellow flag, what happened to the front now? It's Nobby Norris, I think, yeah. He's just slowing down to let the guys get past. It's very lovely. So he's not in the way of the guys battling ahead of him. And yeah, as I was already saying, Wolfpack somehow managed to have a quiet race. Didn't see too much of him, but with the progression of the race, made his way up the front, is in P5 now, going for a move in the next 1 or 2 laps maybe, let's see. I think it's also down to the final pit stops, but I'm not too sure if Royston still needs to pit for hards. Did he start on hards? No, I think he was on softs, yeah. Lennon pits for his final stop, and this should be for hards, because he was already on softs 2 times. Was he actually, yeah, did he forgot to fuel last time out? I think so. Yeah, so basically, if there's no catastrophical error, Dark Knight should be easily winning this. Just needs to go on the hard tires for his final stop. 30 seconds ahead of Panda. Yeah, remember Panda couldn't take part in the first race for personal reasons, but then joined the lobby for the Indy Sprint race and now finds himself in P2 in the Beetle. So he's also showing very good pace. And Lennon now in P3 on hards, trying to close the gap on Panda ahead of him, who's on very worn softs. Royston in P4 ahead of Wolfpack, so Wolfpack couldn't make the move yet. Still round about 3 or 4 times behind. Blue flag here in P6 ahead of Odon. Homer closing on Odon. Aaron in P9, closely followed by Jonesy. Let's see if there's a change for positions in the dying stages of the race. Just 3 laps to go. Oblivion keeping them at bay. Dusty Fossil P12, Nobby Norris P13. Alright, so Dark Knight, lap 26 of 27. Needs to pit for hards, that's for sure. To have them fitted at least for 1 lap. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? I'm pretty sure Dark Knight started on softs. Went for like 13-14 laps, switched to softs again. Anyone watching the stream, please help me out. Did Dark Knight drove hard tires at any point in this race? Yes or no? Panda in P2. Did he actually forgot to pit for hards? Ah, now I'm getting... I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Alright. I'm just dumb. For me, it sounded like you have like 2 sets of softs and you need to use hard at some point in the race. But now Pagani made it clear you have like 2 sets of softs and hards are not mandatory, so excuse me, apologies, nothing is wrong, all is good. Dark Knight was just on two very good stints on softs, wins the race by a huge margin. I mean, yeah, 34-35 seconds. Yeah, he's done 14 and 13 lap both on softs, and at the end they were completely worn out, but still tire management in the Mercedes quite astonishing. So very good job here by Dark Knight, wins the race with ease, and a very good job. I'm very impressed also by Panda. Coming home in the Beetle, in P2, Lennon finishes in P3. So we are not too sure what happened there with his strategy, despite being in the wall. Wolfpack in P4, ahead of Blue Flag in P5. And a very good showing here by Royston. Shout out to him for finishing P6 ahead of Homer. Odon in P8. And at some point, Jonesy and Oblivion made the move on Aaron, who had a very bad lap in lap 26. Yeah, look at that, 1:35, so he lost almost 10 seconds. So it seems like he doesn't like the Corvette. Comes home in P11. Nobinoro is already finished in P13, and Dusty Fossil finishes the race in P12. Okay, so yeah, sorry again for the confusion there. I was absolutely sure that hard tires are mandatory, but it seems like it wasn't. So very good stints. Two stints by Dark Knight on softs. Made the best out of it. He's won the race, 3 of 3 tonight. Couldn't get any much better than this. Takes a lot of points with him for the championship, extending the gap to Lennon in second. And yeah, so that's basically, yeah, I'm still impressed by Panda. I mean, he just came into the lobby after missing out the first race of the evening. And yeah, despite being in the Beetle, showing that it's still, yeah, possible to finish on the podium in that car ahead of Lennon, who found himself in the barrier going into the pits. So that's why he lost. Yeah, I wouldn't say, maybe he lost the race lead, but Dark Knight was showing some astonishing pace tonight. I'm not too sure if Lennon would have won that race. Either way. Wolfpack in P4, Blue Flag in P5, Royston P6, Homer in P7, ahead of Odon, Jonesy, Oblivion, Aaron, who's had a nightmare of a race, ahead of Dusty Fossil, Nobby Norris, and Arsenal in P14. Alright, that's basically week 7, done and dusted, in the bin. And what do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow, GT1, of course. The big boys, the fast guys, racing in... no, that's GT2. Yeah, also Goodwood and Brands Hatch. Don't get me confused here. GT1 season info. Yeah. And next week, don't forget to tune in tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. on this very channel. I'm not too sure who's on comps tomorrow, but will be sorted soon, that's for sure. Yeah, and next week, GT3 will be back on Wednesday around Suzuka. Will it be a wet week? Let's find out later. Alright, thank you for tuning in, everyone. It was very lovely. Don't forget to like the stream, it's very helpful for us. And yeah, see you soon. Have a great evening, stay healthy, and bye bye.